Hello, good evening, and we're back at it again for the recap session. On Go today, as you all know, we've been buried for a while now since this moment here, and today, price this was where the price started in the morning today, and I was anticipating the downward fall, but more of expecting it to come up to this level, yes, before the fall, before breaking to the downside again, and price did fall, but not at the level I expected, and in form of the entry, this was the only valid one today, though I was not monitoring it because my plan was for it to come up here. I want to see some mitigation again before the downward fall. And in form of the entry on the 1 hour, this is one right here, and it got taken out here. So it happens to be a loss. And on the 15 minutes, there is no other entry in form of the bearish engulfing, the confirmation entry. Then we saw the fall. So there was no open position on XAUSD today. On Euro USD, on the 4 hour during the live session in the morning, on the 1 hour time frame, on the 4 hour, our structure is still bullish and we are still within this range. So I was expecting price to continue the upward movement, and it did give me an entry here, confirming it in form of the bearish engulfing. I mean the bullish engulfing, and I took the loss here. This was a loss for me today on Euro USD. So let's see. I'll be expecting price to break this low, and if that happens, then we start looking for reasons to take a sell position. On USD JPY, I saw this entry here. We've been bullish for a while also on USD JPY. You can see this range is still valid, and price it from a new higher high today, and the move started from the low right here. There was a little selling activity here that it formed a low, and for the price, yes, this particular one right here. And on the 1 hour time frame, there was this entry. You can see it, the bullish engulfing the black candle. But during this particular time, I was in a position on Euro USD, and it's presently running loss. So, and also I had a position on USD CHF that's running, so I could not add to the risks again. USD CHF was still running risks then. I'm here to break even. So I just have to do the markup. I can't be at too many places at a time. Personally, I don't do more than two running risks on my account on different trades. So I left it to play out, and obviously did more than 1:3, and I might as well enter this position now because it looks like it's going for the 1:5, because this is another entry given before the end of the session. I'll take the second entry. On GBP card, we've been bearish for a while, and regarding that, there's no trade on GBP card. Also on GBP AUD, I've been wanting price to come up. Yeah, I've been wanting price to come up, then we'll be looking for reasons to sell. So far, this high is still valid. Before we close the candle above it on the 4 hour, I'll still be looking for bearish engulfing on the 1 hour and also on the 15-minute time frame to take a sell position here. And AUD USD today also gave me an entry. You can see this is the entry here. We've been selling from this moment here, and this entry is very valuable. Give me this entry. At the same time, there was a bullish entry on Euro USD also, but I was more of anticipating the price to go up on Euro USD than this, so I took the trade on Euro USD instead of this, and this happens to be the good one. You get what I'm saying? So obviously this is doing almost 1 ratio 3, and okay, not up to 1 ratio 3 yet, but it's not far from the TP, and there's high probability it's going to hit that. But for me personally, there was no entry on ADUSD today. On GBP USD, this is just a markup. You can see the bullish engulfing here, and because of the forward structure, we are still bullish based on the forward structure. Based on the forward structure, we're still bullish, and price came back a little into the supply zone here, or start the demand zone, and you know formed the bullish engulfing candle that happens to be my entry model, and I was looking forward to see price go up just in the markup, and this particular entry happens to be a loss also, though I'm not in this position. And USD card also been bullish for a while. On the 1 hour, was there anything like an entry? Wow, there was two different entries before they move. One did from around 7 p.m. and another one here, and this is another one forming again, and the two is doing perfectly fine. You can see this entry is very valid. It's did almost 1 ratio 5 already. This entry is also valid, did more than 1 ratio 3 already. This is another one forming, and there is high probability it's going to continue. At least you're gonna break even on this position. So USD card, I didn't even know, because um during this hour of the day, I'm not as active as looking for entries like I used to be during the day, and so I just wait for the next day and try to recap and digest why I took some trades I took during the day, not actively scouting for entries again. But this happened to be two missing opportunities here, but it happens. And the last pair is USDCHF. USDCHF. This was the first entry I took, I mentioned earlier, and I'm here to break even on the first entry here. No, I'm even already, because I had another entry, so that gave me the conviction that price is likely not coming back into this. So I took the other entry. It was the 1 hour bullish engulfing candle also. This is it right here. You can see it did engulf the black candle a little, and you know I'm here to take my first part here, but I'm also even on this position. That's why my alert is set at the entry. So that's my recap for the day. There are a couple of entries, some good ones and bad ones, but in general, today seems to be a profitable one, though it's still running aside from the trade on Euro USD. And the USD card, I'm marveled by the entry I just saw now. It's a very perfect entry, very good one from this point here. That's Yeah, this is the low. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good 1 ratio 5. Yeah, in no time. Okay, okay, maybe it might be a little far from. And the second one here, it's doing perfectly fine also. So thank you for joining this evening recap session. I hope to see you tomorrow morning 7:30 a.m. And don't forget to like, subscribe. You know, if you find this content helpful. And this is another one running on, though it's a markup also, but I have open positions on USD that are very valid. I saw an entry on which were USD JPY, and I'm going to take that. Thank you. See you tomorrow.